Hello everyone. Today is Friday, October 12th. It's 4:31 p.m. The market's closed about 15 minutes ago. You can see the settlement trades still going off at 4:30 on the E-mini S&P. It's at the end of the week. So the video is recorded in real time. In any case, the E-mini S&P settling in at 2768.75 or so. It was quite a day today, a little break in the action for the slide down, probably what looks to be like an inside day. So in any case, you can see the time and sales here on my right and on my left, the computer clock. So first up is the DAX on a 150 Heikin-Ashi tick chart. I have adjusted the daily loss limits and profit goals on several of the charts higher because of the volatility. And so on this one we had a profit goal of 55.50, and that was hit. Remember, we have a market order when we hit our goal, so we hit our goal on this chart doing 54.87 for the day. It's quite remarkable for the DAX to make that much profit on two contracts. It's a testimony to the volatility of the DAX and the Autotrader being so consistent on a DAX. We follow many different DAX charts to show that the Autotrader doesn't just need a particular DAX chart to be profitable. It can be profitable on different time frames, both short and larger time frames. So that's the reason I show many different charts and many different bar types, is to show the versatility of the Autotrader, not really any other reason. It's quite versatile. It catches swings on charts of all sizes, and hopefully we have demonstrated that to you. Really nice trades. Yesterday we had a winner that did almost 10,000 on the DAX, trading only two contracts. So the potential in the DAX and all the other markets as well, the E-mini S&P, the crude oil, it's just a matter of choosing the right time frame and adjusting your settings. They're not going to win every day, but if you spend some time getting to know the Autotrader, you can come up with winning settings. Okay, the DAX on a Super Enco 14 tick finished at 3,800 for the day. It looks like we had an equity high here of 4,100, and this was kind of all over the place, trading in the London session and through to the US session, but ultimately finishing at 3,800. The goal on this was set at 5,500, so still a very solid performance overall. The E-mini S&P on a 987 Heikin-Ashi chart was moderately active. Didn't draw down very much, less than $200 per contract, less than $100 per contract, and finished at 2150. This one I also increased the goal on to 2200, so this hit its goal and had a couple of ticks of slippage. Really efficient of the Autotrader catching the trades on this chart. Okay, the DAX on a 233 Heikin-Ashi chart did 2487 and hit its goal in three trades, a small loser here and two winners, and this finished hitting its goal of 2550. Okay, the DAX on a 610 tick three-line break chart did 1487. I had increased the goal on this chart from, I think, 750. I had a really tight goal on this to 1500, so this obviously hit its goal in a single trade here, and very nice looking signals on the line break chart. Okay, the crude oil on a 150 Heikin-Ashi tick chart did 1240. The goal on this chart is 1250, so one tick of slippage and some pretty nice looking trades here. Okay, so here's a chart of the E-mini S&P on a Super Enco 6 tick, and this is what happens when you get too greedy. This was stopped out with a $2,000 loss on two contracts, but it made an equity high of about 1,300 early on these two trades. Actually, the equity high was more like 16. I take that back. More like 1,800 was the equity high, and the goal on this was set to 2,400, so it came within 600 of its goal, and then basically took it on the chin in this kind of choppy action here. The DAX on a 377 Heikin-Ashi tick chart hit its goal of 1550 on a single trade. You can see the goal here. The E-mini S&P on a regular 5-minute chart had a single trade that was good for 1437. I think the goal on this is 1500. No, the goal is quite high at 3500, so quite shy of its goal, but nevertheless only a single trade here. In looking at the 5-minute chart, you can see the volatility, the size of these swings are like 8 to 10 points, so pretty large volatility on this 5-minute chart. Okay, the Super Renko 8-tick crude oil chart with our line break logic, I believe hit its goal of 1,000 or so on 2 trades back to back, that very familiar pattern, and our goal on this indeed was 1,000, so we had 1 tick of positive slip. The DAX on a Super Renko 6-tick chart did 1,025. This had a goal of 1,040, so a modest goal on this chart, and it hit its goal in early going within the first 30 minutes of trading. Okay, the crude on a Super Renko 7-tick drew down about 250 per contract, but recovered to finish at 770 with this strong long position into the close. Okay, the crude oil on a Super Renko 6-tick chart did 1,010, the goal being 1,000, so 1 tick of positive slippage. This was moderately active today and drew down about 150 per contract. This is the beginning equity here at around 7,800, and you can see the drawdown here. But it recovered and hit its goal plus 1 tick positive slippage. Okay, the E-mini S&P on a Super Renko 4-tick with the higher time frame filter being actually a lower time frame of the Super Renko 2-tick. We've showed this chart many times. The goal on this, I believe, is only 750, and so this hit its goal and had 1 tick of slippage. The DAX on a Super Renko 8-tick with a higher time frame filter of a Super Renko 6-tick hit its goal of 750 on a single trade. And then finally we have the NASDAQ on the 1597 Heikin-Ashi tick chart, and this was pretty volatile today. It early on, right off the bat, it made an equity high of about $850 to $900, and then you can just see the volatility during the day here. It made another equity high, came back to almost 800, and then had a loser at the end, and that kind of knocked it down to finish at 440 for the day. That's all for today's video. Thanks for watching.